If you could, enlighten the audience maybe with two specific examples of excellent CSR initiatives, which you thought, were very well crafted, scalable, sustainable, so that others, corporates here can also get better ideas.
Okay, straight off, let me start with an example which I myself am doing. We have something called the Swasth Gaon Abhiyan. And what we try to do is, we try to improve the capacity of district hospitals to cater to rural patients in their area of operations. And you were talking about the heart and this great heart-warming stories. So this is a story I thought I'll tell, very brief. Of course, Sumit would then make it into a more corporate this thing. I went to Chitradurga, heart of Karnataka, and we talked to the chief medical officer of that district hospital. And I said, me and my team from Vedanta, we've arrived here and we'd like to ask you, in your hospital, what is it that you would want to do but cannot do? He had his whole team sitting with him and he said, Dr. Chatterjee, the government is doing so much for health today. That was a heartwarming experience. I didn't expect him to say the government is doing so much because in actual terms they are. So he said, I don't really know what I need. I said, really? That's strange. I thought you would come up with a wish list of all the things you wanted to do. So he said, no, but let's move to the hospital. And we went to this hospital, a very large campus. And he said straight out, let's meet the superintendent of the hospital. Because he's the one who literally runs it. He knows what the problem is. And when I asked the superintendent what we could do, he didn't even pause or blink. He said, sir, a really felt need that we have is this. Mothers, young mothers come in from many of the rural areas around Chitradurga town. They come, they deliver. After delivery, we put the child in the incubator. Now suddenly the mother is for us a problem because the bed has to go to the next mother. And this mother then is just moved out and we don't know where she goes. She's literally on the street because coming from a rural area, practically no one has come with her. Husbands often don't come, their mother-in-laws don't come. They're alone from a small village to this town. They don't know where to go. They're on the street. So I said, okay, what's the solution? And he said, sir, can you build us a postnatal ward where we retain the mother and then we release out of the hospital a healthy mother and a healthy child together? And I said, wow, that's terrific. Can I do this? He said, yes, we already have one floor of a building. Build us the second floor and make it into a postnatal ward. So I get the opportunity to address a real need, do something really heartwarming, and make something out of it. You asked for two examples, so one more very quick example. One of the really great parts about CSR is about schools, and is about schools in deeply remote areas. How to improve their excellence, how to deliver to the poorest of the poor students. And the Tata Group, very well known for their CSR activity, has taken up this mission schooling, which they've done in the state of Odisha. You know that most of their mining is done in the really remote tribal areas. And the way they've taken the tribal schools of government, they have recruited teachers from the tribal community, trained them, taught them, and asked them to teach in a mixture of the local tribal language, formal Oriya and English. So they had a teacher training program. They recruited all the promising young ladies mainly who would teach in the school. And this program of Shiksha by Tata Steel has been running for 5 years. The kind of difference they have made to tribal schools is such a beautiful story. Thank you.